Hey, everybody, it's Chase. Can you hear me? Oh, there we go. I got a little light on the subject. Can you hear me? Oh, you can't see my shirt. Dang it. Hey, everybody, what's up? Friday Night Live, physical media talk. Let's see. Can you hear me? Anybody there? Let's see if I can get the old thing going here. Hey, how's it going? What's up? Hey, all right. You can hear me. Good. Still getting used to this new camera. Good. Good evening. Happy Friday night, the Friday before Thanksgiving. Hey, William, what's up? Real Phil's podcast, Brent, Melvin, Horror Girl, Woke Niner. What is up? Apparently, we don't have any boxing match to contend with tonight. BMG 501 in the house. Hey, Jeff Gerald Fishing, what's up, man? I just finished another video for my from Disney over there too, Jeff. Got to get that uploaded. It's actually uploading now. Okay, you guys can't see my shirt, but it's that time. Oh, Horror Girl, it is 1 p.m. So she's in Australia, right? So it is 1 p.m. for her. Hey, Becca. I'm going to do my best. I have a cough drop in my mouth. So, hey, Sako. Oh, Jeff went to Disneyland last weekend. Nice. I've only ever been to Disneyland one time. And that was all, I put it all on my American Vintage Adventures channel. Wow, Martin, 2 a.m. in Scotland. Man, thanks for saying hello. Real Feels podcast. It's the time of year, man. Yeah, 16. Like the weather here, it was literally like 70. It had reached up to about 70 degrees for a couple of days, and then it rained. And then the wind came in, and the last couple of days, it's been in like the high 40s, but like just gusting wind, and feels really cool outside. Cold. It passed cool. It's cold. Yeah. Where's the Wingstop? Man, I am clean living, clean eating until Thanksgiving, because we're going out of town the Sunday after Thanksgiving to Disney World, whole family. So that's going to be from Thanksgiving through that few days. That's going to be bad eating. So I'm trying to be really good. Yeah, there is a non-steelbook option for Willow. Or at least there was. Brian at the last movie standing, checking in. Quietly Games. Good morning, Chase. Where are you? Good morning. See No Evil. Let's see. No, I don't have that one. Let's see here. Too bad Frank's not in here. I would trigger him with the Griswold Christmas Vacation shirt. Happy Friday, Raccoon Eyes. So what did anybody order anything today? Have you been checking out Amazon? There is a lot of stuff going on sale on Amazon. My mistake. Good evening. No problem. It's been that kind of day. I get it. Wow, 33 of us in here had nice jersey. Thank you, Sako. I got this last year, and I pretty much just wear it every night around the house, like part of my pajamas. Yeah, lots of good deals. I actually don't have Top Gun 1 on 4K. And I saw today it's like 60 something percent off, like with a slip. Now's the time. Oh, Quietly Games are in Georgia. All right. You know, then it's gotten cool out here. You saw Dutch on DVD. Orbit had it, really? Huh. Amazon. Yeah, I only purchased like one or two things early in the month, Criterion from Amazon. I've been trying to go, as you guys have seen, filming and trying to go out there because I miss buying stuff in the store. I really do. Lamb chop. Well, hopefully, like as we get closer, I'm noticing some prices dropping on some of that stuff on Amazon. Kickboxer 3. I didn't even see that one yet. I do want the new Kickboxer steelbook with the lenticular cover. Shaun of the Dead 4K for 12 bucks is good. I'm waiting on the pre-order of that steelbook. Yeah, there's almost nothing at my Barnes & Noble either. I did a video about that a while back, and the district manager told me they were pulling and reducing stock at all but like the biggest high volume stores. Twister box set, UK. I know that Orbit yesterday, the guy was on doing the live stream, and he said that they had some. They weren't expecting to get any more, but they do have some. 8 or 9 used movies from Orbit on that clearance sale. Like I saw that, but I didn't really have time to look. Oh, the Terrifier 3 steelbook, but it doesn't come out until like what, March, or is it the end of January? Brian, the last movie standing, he got 6 movies from Groove. I have some movies from Groove in my cart. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I mean Thanksgiving is that one's a trip. I have Jurassic World and the 2 Jurassic Park movies in my cart, Brian. I just hadn't pulled the trigger because I'm waiting to see if I'm going to add anything else. Marietta is your closest Barnes & Noble. I haven't been to that one. The ones that are most stocked, I still think the Mall of Georgia has the most maybe total, but maybe not the biggest variety. I think Cumberland has the biggest variety. Perimeter, I'd heard, had a lot, but I went there in one of my videos and I was not impressed. Mystery Science Theater 3000. Cowabunga, dude. What's up? I love Orbit too. There, since I'm a little north of Atlanta, I think I looked it up because I want to do a drive up there and do a video at Orbit. I think it's like 3.5 hours from me. Don't hesitate on Groove. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just go ahead and pull that trigger when we get off. When I get off of here. But I also added Dances with Wolves, that steelbook, on my Groove thing. I realized when I started, if you guys don't know, we have a little group chat from our live stream the other night with myself and Brian from The Last Movie Standing and Daniel from Cobwebs and Frank's Movie and Reviews and stuff like that. John from Let's Talk Media and Entertainment, and they pushed me. I've had some other people ask me, and I was working on it, and I'm gonna do a list of the best westerns. People keep asking me about that, so I'm gonna do it. And I realized I don't have even a Blu-ray of Dances with Wolves. So spoiler alert, that one will be on my list. Yeah, I keep using the 20% off coupon for Groove too. My Walmart has nothing. You got the Dances with Wolves steelbook from Walmart. My Walmart has nothing. It looks like It looks like Cindy Lou's Who's house after the Grinch left. Like my Walmart has nothing. 310 to Yuma. Which one? Which there's two. There's original and the remake. Unforgiven is a good one. I never watched an episode of Snowpiercer. Not ever. Young Guns 4K is I love Young Guns. I've got the 4K. I want Young Guns 2 in 4K. Yeah, I went and checked. My Walmart doesn't have the A24 section at all. But yeah, they're like the big editions. Yeah, Westerns. My Western list is I'm going to do the top 25. Spoiler alert. Like I'm going to do the top 25 and mine is going to be different than a lot of people's. Silverado, that was like Kevin Costner's like breakout role pretty much. That needs a 4K. You're right. Young Guns 2 needs a 4K. I mean, I didn't realize that Bon Jovi got an Oscar for the music in that. But when you think about it, Blaze of Glory and Wanted Dead or Alive were written for that movie. Like, come on. Top 20 spaghetti westerns. That's a whole like subgenre into it. Young Gun, Silverado, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, Quigley Down. And my dad loved Quigley Down Under. The shakiest gun in the West. Outlaw Josie Wells. Today was a good day for Blair Witch. We're going to talk about Blair Witch in a few minutes when I get to ranking. I decided I would let you guys, I'm going to rank I'm just going to talk about it over time. I'm going to rank who I think the best boutiques are in order and where it could go into next year. Brian rags on me being old, but in the end, I think I'm only like 7 or 8 years older than him. It's just that particular 7 or 8 years in time, like made for very different upbringing. Well, I'm older than you, Ben. Francis the Talking Mule. My birthday is in January too, so I'll be getting another year better in January. 1977. That's closer. Like I mean, you've got me beat. 1977. Not my brother though. Well, a lot of stuff from the 30s to the 60s, like in the 80s and 90s, that's what was on reruns. So it made for a very different thing. Like I grew up watching Gilligan's Island and Happy Days reruns and stuff like that. The Magnificent Seven, both Magnificent Sevens are. Magnificent Seven is awesome. I'm probably going to talk about this on another video, but if you guys don't know, like the Magnificent Seven movies are basically a remake, American retelling of Seven Samurai. And I think the Magnificent Seven movies are better than Seven Samurai by a lot. $19.70, you got me beat a little. Proud to say 49. You got me beat by a little bit there. That's all right. We don't get older, we get better. Blasphemy. Why? Because I said I think they're better. I think that I think Seven Samurai has actually been done, and some of the stuff that was groundbreaking then has been way surpassed. $59, $69. Don't hate to admit it. A fine wine get better with age. I did see Blair Witch back in '99. That was huge. That was after my senior year of high school. Man, like, yeah, that was big time. You shaved your Santa. Look, I was trying to go with No Shave November, but my face was itching so bad. So bad. Even right now, it's longer than I want. Because see, when I keep it real short, you don't see that it's gray really so much when I keep it real short. When it grows out, you can see it. Just well preserved. That's it. I think the Magnificent Seven's better. Both of them. Also, Seven Samurai is like 800 hours long. And usually I don't complain about length of movies. Like Austin Powers. My son is on an Austin Powers kick. Logan, where'd you go? He's on an Austin Powers kick. And sometimes it cracks me up because he'll forget that I do movies and he'll be like, have you ever seen the Austin Powers movies? And I'll be like, dude, he's in there discovering movies on his own. Have you ever seen the Austin Powers movies? I'm like, man, who the hell are you talking to? I've seen you. There's very few movies that I haven't seen, especially that he could find. Helps keep your neck warm riding the motorcycle. It adds character. That's right. Oh, I listen, man. I was a history teacher. Besides teaching film studies, I know when Seven Samurai was done. But I mean, just because you had to do it it was done under tough consequences. Like I had to make movies for almost no money. Nobody cares. They just care what it feels, what is like at the end. And I mean, Seven Samurai is a good movie. I just think the Magnificent Sevens are better. West Virginia in the house. Oh, behave. Actually, I said, get in my belly. And then I gave him I eat because I'm unhappy. And I'm unhappy because I eat. I gave him that one right as he was eating. I was bringing his lunch in there, calling him to get lunch. Oh yeah, I mean all the Austin Power movies in the theater. Oh wow, Sacco, thank you. Sacco gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Sacco. You guys can come on there and check out some of the extra different stuff back there. Okay, so Alien Romulus, I did not see in the theater. I wanted to see it just to have an opinion on it. Brian didn't like it. Did you, Brian? But my son wants to see it. Like we'll watch it. So, I mean, I can buy it for less or about the price that 2 movie tickets would have cost. So yeah, I'm gonna get it and do like a first watch 4K review, probably movie of the year. I'm gonna say it right instead of wrong. A face. No, if it is a face hugger, not a face crawler. I still want to see Dirk Diggler. You win for the best name, my brother. Like, I love Boogie Nights, and that there's a rumor that it's coming to 4K next year. I was really hoping to actually see Criterion do Boogie Nights. Addiction, I'm interested because that's like a vampire movie somewhat. But I haven't seen that. The Seven Samurai, Like I know it's gonna be there. Like the BFI one may not, but the Criterion will be. So I'm not in a hurry. Heretic should have oh yes, I want to see that. I want to see that too with because I love damn, I just totally Hugh Grant and like see him in a horror movie. That would be awesome. Sako, I really appreciate the memberships, man. Yeah, Seven Samurai. I mean, there's going to be plenty. I can get that in July from Criterion. Although I do think the BFI one is probably better because it does have HDR. But I don't know. I haven't seen either one of them. HDR doesn't necessarily mean better. Yeah, that's what I'd read about addiction. It's kind of like it's vampirism as like an allegory. Yeah, I don't think Hugh Grant's done a horror film in a while. I've heard he's really good in this, though. The thing is like hanging by a thread. Porky's all needs to be on 4K. They need to just do a box set of those. Ashley, yeah, Addiction, one of the new releases by Arrow is a vampire movie. I haven't seen Beyond the Stars. I think all of Eddie Murphy's films will eventually get a 4K. I really want to see Harlem Nights. I just think it'll look really good in 4K. You shot me in my pinky toe. Imagine the Porky's shower scene in 4K. Oh, you're saying Dead or Alive wasn't written for it? He got nominated for the Oscar for that soundtrack. Oh, you got Secondhand Lions. Have you watched it yet? Secondhand Lions is a perfect movie. There are very few perfect films. Secondhand Lions is one of them. It is his perfect storytelling. Secondhand Lions is a perfect film. Porky's, I could see coming. I could see Arrow doing Porky's. I have not seen any of the Snowpiercer. Billy, what's up? You got the 4K German media book of Life Force Director's Cut. Man, that's the way to watch Life Force. And Life Force I like that. That movie's ahead of its time. Where did I get my AVA sign? My wife got it for me for Christmas last year. I've put the link down. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description, but it's it's a neon. It's a company that makes them. They have a YouTube page, so you can go and see what they do. I'll have to put it on there. I can't remember. They're not cheap though, especially one that size. Oh yeah, Eddie Murphy is the donkey in Shrek. Shrek is one of my daughter's favorites, so like that one gets quoted a lot. Oh, I want a Revenge of the Nerds 4K. Revenge of the Nerds. Okay, funny story since Ashley brought it up. Wasn't it Ashley? The thing is scrolling on me fast. No, Becca. Becca brought it up. That movie is the first time I saw a complete full frontal top and bottom of a woman undressing in a movie. Was Revenge of the Nerds. We've got Bush. Pan down. Booger. It was Booger's fault. Nerds. What's my wife's favorite movie? Risha, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie? I got a, oh God. Look, I have to drag her into watching movies. She's ADD.
I don't know. Like, and what? That's too big of a sweet.
She's like, that's too big. It's too much pressure.
Let me narrow it down. Animated, Lion King, and A Little Mermaid.
She says animated is A Little Mermaid and The Lion King. That's easy for her. She has to think about it. She'll pop back in here randomly with an answer.
Football one is The Program on Any Given Sunday.
She loves The Program and Any Given Sunday. She's a huge football fan. Now she's in there thinking about it. You can literally smell rubber burning in here.
Hey, I have an MBA too. It's not rubber burning.
Yes, TikTok brain.
No.
She loves The Program, though. She can quote that. She's like, it's weird because I played football and I coached football, but like she will watch more football at this point than I will almost.
All day.
So like, but I'm around it all the time, like with my son and everything, like hours upon hours of watching it each week. So, you know, you kind of just, it's like, okay, I want to do something else. Oh God, with George Burns. Isn't that Oh God, you devil, or is it just Oh God? I saw The Program in theaters too. We thought that was the coolest thing ever, man. Me too. I saw The Road Cut. Me and my buddy Lee, we went and saw it the day that it was opened. Then we went back to see it like 2 weeks later, and that was not in there. Thursday night game. Oh, last night's game. Oh, Road Trip 4K. My buddy Marla, my friend Marla Malcolm, who I've talked to, she was like she was the final girl in 2001 Maniacs. She's in that tour group in Road Trip. Girls don't just stand around naked. That's like one of her lines. Snow. Yeah, a lot of places got snow. We got cold. It's cold here. I don't have The Program on any format. I need it at least on something. Jeff, hey, Christmas Vacation is top 10, top 15 movies. Top 10 probably for me all time, regardless of being a Christmas movie or not. It is my favorite Christmas movie. I was in there decorating one of our Christmas trees before I did this, before I came to sit down, and I was quoting whole scenes in the movie, dialogue, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Adam, what's up? Yeah, it's windy here for sure. The Devil's Advocate, I'm surprised, doesn't have a 4K. I'm afraid to move that. I'm surprised that doesn't have a 4K release, but yeah. I don't know, Margot. Little full, a lot of sap. Can I do anything else for you, Lewis? Refill your eggnog. Take you out in the middle of nowhere. Leave you for dead. I'm doing just fine, Clark. Stop being a DVD hater and get the Pro. The last time I bought a DVD and showed you, you're like, oh, you're collecting DVDs now? I'm like, no, I got it for $1. I watched Blowout last night on the Criterion 4K. I'm in the watching the De Palma movies, and honestly, my eye is like all puffy and swollen from the allergies. Honestly, I like Body Double better than Blowout. That was my first time watching Blowout. Oh, you got a signed Latimer jersey? I talked to him about 8 months ago about that. I was going to get one for my son because he listens to their quotes back and forth on the way to football games. Christmas Vacation, I watch going to sleep probably like after Thanksgiving. I'll start watching it, and I'll watch it probably every night. Godzilla -1 last night or the night before was first time watch for me too. Russ, right here. Oh, yeah, there you are. Weird Science is high up for me too, like high up. That's my favorite John Hughes, like of those teen movies. You feel weird watching Christmas Vacation in early December. They started showing it like a week or so ago on TNT. The problem is Thanksgiving is so late this year. So by the time Thanksgiving's over, it's already like December 1st. Can't see the line, can you, Russ? That is my favorite right there. Nope. No, I didn't say there wasn't a blue, like that video. And I think a lot of people kept getting confused by that. Like some of those had no 4Ks and some of them didn't even have Blu-rays. So yeah, there was some on Blu-ray, but not 4K. So some of them had Blu-rays, but not 4Ks. Some of them didn't even have a Blu-ray. But yeah, I knew The Mask had a Blu-ray, at least an old one, I thought. But that movie is crying for a 4K. That's one of the ones we're going to talk about what's coming in 2025. Oh, my Christmas decorations have been going up. I just got a lot I have to do. We have like multiple trees in here. Pixels is fun. I love Pixels. Going into 2025, I think you're going to see The Mask. I'm frankly surprised we didn't get it in December. And I think you're going to see Night of the Creeps, both of those for sure from Shout Scream Factory, I think. Cobra on 4K. Cobra, Vinegar Syndrome needs to do Cobra. They need to do Cobra and Over the Top. Thrill me. 75 people in here, 24 likes. Apparently liking it helps get everybody out there. I appreciate you all being here on Friday night. Yeah, I talked about Uncle Buck today on my video that came out today, my physical media news. 4K Uncle Buck, John Hughes, John Candy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have that one. Mask with Cher. Oh, we're talking about The Mask with from that's a good movie.
Mermaids is good with Cher too.
Oh God, she's on a Cher kick over here. The Mask with Jim Carrey is the one that's going to come out, I think, from Shout and Scream, needs a 4K. Mask with Cher and Sam Elliott. You talk about a movie that needs to be done by Criterion. Like that is a Criterion movie all the way right there. Oh no, I think that you're gonna get you're gonna get Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison for sure. Did I hear her say burlesque? Did you say burlesque too? Which
Ooh, I love burlesque.
Yep.
Yeah, burlesque is probably my favorite. Makes me want to get in shape. I love burlesque.
Yeah, Mask with Cher and Sam Elliott, Eric Stoltz playing. That is a hell of a movie. Is there not a 4K of Who Framed Roger Rabbit? There definitely should be one. Jessica Rabbit. Yeah. Yeah, I thought there might have been one. Risha knows. Yeah, like well, she'd be more in line with you. I can't hardly make her watch horror. I think the only horror I got her to watch was Halloween this year was Halloween 3. The Fog, maybe. I'm trying to remember what else. Oh, Cool World. That Brad Pitt, too. Yeah, I thought that it had one. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? L.A. Confidential. A lot of people thought that's what we were going to get when we got crap, just blanked out. Demolition Man. Yeah, Wedding Singer. I think we're going to get all of Adam Sandler's, though. I really do. Wedding Singer is a must because of that 80s setting, the setting, the color, all that stuff. Louis, hey, look, I watched Body Double like maybe 2 weeks ago for the first time as an adult, really. Like I watched it as a teenager. And I was talking to Brian about it as I finished watching it. I had kind of a love-hate thing with it, but I've literally watched it 2 more times since then. And the more I watch it, the more I like it. Mulholland Falls. I don't know if I've seen Mulholland Falls. Kroll. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. There's rumors that The Keep is about to be announced from Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, the bat kind of confused people with that. Kroll. I'm trying to think. Did anybody or blind buy that order from Vinegar Syndrome with the 2 question mark 4Ks? I want them to release the other Karate Kids, Karate Kid 2, Karate Kid 3, as standalones with that VHS slipcover like they did the first one earlier this year that they added Dolby Vision to. Ernest Scared Stupid. Ernest needs to be done in a box set. Ken was talking about this the other night. Somebody's going to get a hold of that within the next year or two. Maybe next year, but somebody's going to do that. We need Ernest, and they all need slips. Like Ernest Scared Stupid, Ernest Saves Christmas, Goes to Camp, Ernest Goes to Jail, all that. Congo and Left. I ordered Congo. Commando. Why Commando doesn't have a 4K blows my mind. That's another one Arrow could do. Like I could see them. Like I feel like Arrow was kind of light on their January announcements when you consider last year with the Conan stuff. But is Commando with Disney? Is it? Yeah, it's 20th Century Fox. They're licensing some of those out. I had to get my Blockbuster box set and spruce up the Commando. Brian, you will be happy to know that Blockbuster box sets is he is tweaking some stuff and he's going to make it where there'll be an insert that makes naked Blu-rays and 4Ks fit tighter. Oh, Spies Like Us, yes. And is there a stripe? The Stripes 4K is like stuck in one of those Columbia boxes, right? Ooh, 47 meters down gives me anxiety. That I'm not afraid of water, but that one. Ernest Goes to Camp was like his first one. I think that was like the first one. That's what she said. Some shrimp bouillabaisse in the Ernest. So I'm going to start this real quick, and we'll jump back and forth to the chat. But I'm going to rank so that we can talk about. I'm going to rank my my boutiques here, starting with I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9. Then I'm going to talk here because I'm going to go ahead and throw one. I'll throw the 10th one. I'll do so it's an even 10. The bottom of my top 10 that I like thought of off the top of my head that I wanted to even talk about is Severin. Severin does some good stuff with what they put out, but Severin is super expensive. And the last time I did that sell order from them, it took 10 and a half weeks to get my order. And they had went on and were announcing other sales and all kinds of stuff. And here I am waiting on Opera and all that for 10 plus weeks. And then I got it. And then I had to get another disc sent to me. So, and their stuff is very expensive. And the packaging is not as premium as you would think for the price that they ask. So, and they just don't put out as many titles that I'm looking for. I think the only other titles out there, I would like to get Cemetery Man, and Blood for Dracula. But they're kind of like at the bottom for me of this 10. Then I'll go ahead and say number 9, because that's what I was going to say is 88 Films. They just had an announcement today, or the other day too, for some them and Imprint, and I didn't even put Imprint on here because they're in the same category. 88 Films, though, they'll release an absolute banger like this, and then they won't put out anything that I am seeking for a couple of months. Like they've got From Beyond coming out, and I can't wait. I want that so bad. That artwork, I love From Beyond, but it was like, man, they hit a home run for me with From Beyond and American Pie, and then they released a bunch of stuff that I have no idea what it even is. So, but I think they do great work. I do. I think they do great work. So I'd like to see them get some more stuff. I hadn't had a chance to watch this yet. From Beyond, man, I can't wait to get my hands on that. I really can't. Yeah, I'm still waiting for it. That's being gifted to me very, very kindly. Very, very kindly. The Keep is one that's being rumored as one of those two from this thing is like itching me a little bit. It's one of those that is being rumored for Vinegar Syndrome, just like hot apple pie. Just like warm apple pie. Oh, From Beyond is a trip. From Beyond is a trip. Yeah, the Disney Sony thing has not been everything we'd hoped for so far. That's for sure. Oh, the Cemetery Man 4K probably looks great, but man, like $60 or whatever. Eyeball looks good from 88. Like they do good work. Everything I've seen of theirs is good. I think next up, I think in that same vein, next up is for me is Synapse. Like, man, Synapse does some great work. They'd be at like number 8 here. Synapse does some great work. Demons and Demons. This is one of the best 4Ks of the year, right here. This is one of the best ones of the year. It's one of the best 4Ks I've ever seen. I've talked about it several times. But they just don't. And then Trick or Treat that they teamed up with Red Shirt Pictures. Amazing 4Ks, all that kind of stuff. But again, they don't put out that much. Like this didn't even have a slip with it. This or Demons 2 didn't even have a slip. But they're priced like they do. But this is one of the best 4Ks I've ever seen. Regardless of genre, regardless of anything, it's one of the best 4Ks I've ever seen. It's one of the best filming jobs I've ever seen. This movie's insane. But they're expensive. Like if you want like the Convent or whatever with Bill Moseley and stuff like that, I wanted to pick that up with the limited edition. It's like $50 or $60. So they're a little bit expensive. They don't put out a lot, but when they do, it's really good. They just need to put out more. But I do like what they're doing there. That is an amazing 4K. Oh, I'm glad you like Demons. Yeah, man. Demons, that is my favorite Italian horror movie. And it's a 4K restoration masterclass, and it is a filming masterclass with the way they had to film in that movie theater. Y'all don't never realize how hard that is to get the color and the contrast and the clarity, everything they got in there. That's hard. I've never seen Black Roses. The Shining 4K is up there. It's really good too. I did see the pictures of the Neverending Story set. I cannot wait to get that. That thing is huge. It's literally the size of the book that he's reading in the movie. Beastmaster 4K was good, but it had some problems still because of like the quality of the elements that was left, but they did a hell of a job. Trick or Treat was the first time you'd heard of Synapse. They've done some good work. Their copy of Phenomenon, the Demons Phenomena, I still want to call it Creepers, is really good, but they do good work. Even their Blu-rays look good. Oh, you haven't seen a 4K? It may be time to think about stepping up. Number 7 on the list, and I'm probably going to catch some heat for this one being this low, but Kino Lorber. And I'll tell you why. They have a lot of titles I like. They have a lot of titles that I don't know, but they have a lot of titles that I like. Some of their 4Ks are hit and miss. Like Silence of the Lambs. Some of the others, they're a little bit hit and miss. Their packaging, first of all, their slip covers go like, you already can't get a slip cover of like Kindergarten Cop, or their slip covers go fast. They're just the very thin. They're not premium package, but they still charge like they are. They still want $30 for a 4K. Like Cujo on sale was still $27.99. But the packaging is just not good, and some of their 4Ks don't come out great. So, but they do have good sales. They have a lot of titles, but I feel like and then they do like they'll announce something, but it's just kind of nebulous. Like, when is it coming? And then you have to wait around for a release date. So, but I do like a lot of what they do. I love Needful Things. But Kino Lorber coming in at number 7 on my boutiques. I've never seen Black Roses. I've heard a couple people mention that recently. I've never seen it. I honestly never heard of it. Yes, 4K players can play Blu-rays. Like I want to get Kino is putting out Pray for Death on a Blu-ray with the original cover art. You can pre-order it right now. Sho Kasuki. That was mine and my brother's favorite when we were younger. 4Ks look better. Yeah, it's literally like when they're done well, you have a Blu-ray is 1080p, so that's 1080, and a 4K is going to be several times as good as that. Yeah, 4K player can play a DVD, and a lot of the 4K players will upscale stuff a little bit and make it look a little better than it normally ever has. I'm gonna tell y'all my next two. I had them flip flopped, and y'all you are gonna be like shocked. But next on my list at number 6 is Second Sight, and it might be it might seem shocking that Second Sight is so low, but it's fitting that I'm holding up Blair Witch here. Did I skip over one? I think I skipped over one. We'll get back to it because it should have been lower. I think I just skipped over. I skipped over the next one. So this would still be 6. I skipped over 10, 9, 8. I skipped over number 7. I flip-flopped 7 and 8. Kino Lorber should have been one higher. Anyway, this is 6. We'll go back and do 8. The Blair Witch they just announced today has to have a replacement disc. So it stinks that you waited this long on it and pre-ordered it and put your money out there. And you got to get a replacement disc. But I understand stuff happens. My issue with Second Sight is their selection's so limited. It's so limited. They just don't put out that much. What they do put out when they get it right is great work, and their packaging is phenomenal and all that kind of stuff. And they put it out at a good price. I love everything they do. The biggest knock is, people will say like, why can't this boutique do what Second Sight does or whatever? Well, here's the thing. If you're only putting out, 10% of what other boutiques are putting out, then you have the time and the resources to make those, to add every bell and whistle and everything possible to those because you're just putting out less. So they just don't put out enough. Like I'm going to need them to start putting out, a couple of these, 3 or 4, at least 2 of these per month. Like give me a couple of things at least at this caliber, or the caliber of the Hitcher, or even Dog Soldiers, or Late Night with the Devil. I'm going to need you to put out more of those to move up, because to me that's the only thing holding them back. Everything else is perfect. Price point, quality, restorations, all that stuff is perfect. And what they do, the work. I mean, they had a little snafu with this, but shit happens. But just you got to get more. You got to get more. You can't keep up with one here and there. One here and there is not enough. And then selling out of them and stuff. One here and there is not enough. You got to do more. You got to get me some more. So that's the reason they're lower. We're gonna jump back because I should have done this one. This one should have been behind Kino Lorber, but it is Umbrella. And I got this massive Caligula set. I like what Umbrella's doing. They need to do more 4Ks. That's a knock against them. And they've got to get a foothold better here for us to buy their limited editions. because the price of shipping and the weight is insane. The amount of time that you have to wait, and they're announcing their stuff almost too far out. They're already announced like March or something, February, March, I think. They're announcing stuff so far out, and you're having to order it if you want to get it, and then you're waiting forever and ever, and they're massive import like shipping fees and all that kind of stuff. I haven't had a chance. There's 5 cuts. This is the most ambitious 4K set that I've ever seen. I mean, they created a whole new movie. Movie. Orbit guy said, the guy from Orbit said they're going to carry more Umbrella, but the question is, he doesn't know how many of the premium packaging ones they're going to get versus just slipcover editions. They need it to be where we can get more here. So they need to put out more 4Ks. They need a couple of more bangers, like as far as titles here and there. And they need to make it where it's more readily available here. But, they're still doing a lot of just Blu-ray. They're going to have to step up a little bit. So they're there. But their packaging is awesome when you get these sets. Still got 4 left to do my top 4 here. If Vinegar Syndrome's higher than 5, I give up. Well, I've only got top 4 left. I mean, Diabolic's good. Orbit, I mean, the guy he gets stuff to me faster than Amazon Prime does. It's insane. I don't know how he gets it to me so fast. Well, I mean, yeah, quality, not quantity is great, except for, I mean, you can't even do this one in 4K, but their 4Ks, they're good. They're not better than Scream Factories or Arrows or Vinegar Syndrome. They're not better than those. And those people put out more. So, then is it just the packaging? Because Vinegar Syndrome has good packaging too. And so does Arrow. So, maybe it's size of company, but their quality, the quality of their 4K restorations is not exceeding those other places that I mentioned. It's good, but it's no better than theirs. And they're putting out more. I have a few Umbrella. I mean, I have this. I have the 1-Up Super Mario set and a few others. I have been told that I'm being gifted from an awesome channel member, House of the Devils limited edition set. So that's amazing because I don't have that. Yeah, I mean, Diabolic, I like them. The couple times I've ordered from them, they're slower. Orbit just gets stuff to me so fast. Like I just can't. And he'll tell you like, hey, this has a loose disc. Hey, it's got a slip. It doesn't have a slip. It's very clear. I mean, he doesn't pay me anything. I'm just telling you my experience. And he's just straight up with you. I haven't got anything from Atomic Movie Store yet. But I mean, I like supporting all the smaller companies that I can. Everybody's guessing the top 4. Well, I'm going to go with number 4 here. My number 4, because we got some other things to talk about. My number 4 is Criterion, and their packaging is crap. They could never get higher. They also they don't do all their 4K restorations. They get them from good sources because they get them from like Studio Canal and different places, but they don't do it all themselves. But this one that I'm holding right here is one of the 4Ks of the year. It's that good. It's that good. And they do have a lot of good movies. They do have a lot of good movies. Now they have some that I'm not into at all that are, to me, just ooze pretension, but they do good work. They with the movies that they do, and basically saving the life of some movies. Orbit delivers fastest and undamaged. I try to get them too when I can. But Criterion, they have fallen behind as far as packaging goes. I mean, they put a poster in this one, but they don't do that very much. But you can't just get by. With some people, they can. Hardcore Criterion buyers don't care about the packaging. But if you bought this on Blu-ray from them, it would look exactly like this 4K. They do nothing. They're resting a little bit too much on their laurels. They got to get better. But like some films that they have, that I mean, they're just, they make good films. They put out good films. I mean, yeah, a lot of them have high Rotten Tomato rankings, but see, like I don't care about that. There's also a lot of movies that they have. I'm going to make some people mad. There's a lot of movies that they have, or at least some, that before Criterion got them, they were considered not worthy, not good movies, garbage movies, and stuff like that. And movies that didn't have great scores or weren't controversial or anything else. But Criterion got them and put their Criterion label on them. So then they became serious cinema. But the ones they do put out, the ones that I want, they are top notch, man. But this packaging and then the random digipacks here and there, it's confusing. So they could never get higher. They could, to me. I'm going to put out, there's some movies they have a problem that Vinegar Syndrome has. When they try to put out stuff that's more mainstream, their hardest of hardcore fans complain that they're going too mainstream. And you have to have mainstream, or at least a little bit more mainstream stuff, to make it accessible, to make your whole catalog accessible to people. Frank, what is up, man? What is up? Frank's Media and Reviews. There are some films that I don't understand why it come Criterion either. There's films in Criterion that from every metric are not good movies. Not good movies, but because they're Criterion, it's like, oh, it's a Criterion film. Like, I don't give a shit. But I mean, the stuff they do is good. I mean, you can't argue David Lynch is a hell of a filmmaker. You can't argue with Cronenberg. Some of the movies they put out, you can't argue with. The Princess Bride. That's a great one. Is there a Nicolas Cage Criterion? Oh, well, he's in Moonstruck. They've got Moonstruck. I'm sure there's others. I don't know. I hadn't stopped and thought about it. I'll go ahead and we'll start my top 3 so we can get to other stuff. Ernest on Criterion. I thought Criterion should do Boogie Nights. I thought that, and Eyes Wide Shut. Breakdown 4K will come out on its own eventually. My Science Project 4K Criterion. Hey, it's got Dennis Hopper, man. Like, give it to us. But somebody needs the 4K. Like My Science Project, I'm like, that screams Vinegar Syndrome or Arrow to me. 100%. I could see a Vinegar Syndrome VSU of My Science Project. Tyler, what is up, man? Eyes Wide Shut and to me, like, that's a Criterion waiting to happen. I'm like, why has that not happened yet? But number 3 on my boutique, Vinegar Syndrome. And I just pulled out this one because I just watched this recently, and it's pretty good. It has another lenticular cover where she's naked, but I don't have that one. Cody, what's up? This movie though is actually kind of fun. It was funner than I thought it would be. It's at number 3. Vinegar Syndrome. Here's the thing about them. They put out a lot of stuff that I don't really care to watch. Or I'm going to watch it and just like laugh and have fun with it. But the restorations they do are next level, bro. They are next level 4K restorations. Next level. And then they go and do stuff like the VSUs that I have up here. And you combine them saving movies. They are Criterion for B movie lovers. Those two places, except for they do way better packaging than Criterion. Take away the packaging, and they are they do better 4K work and better packaging. But like as a concept, they are the B movie Criterion is what they are. But nobody can really touch. I mean, they're 4K restorations. I mean, that's how they made their bones, is doing restorations. And then their packaging is next level. Their artwork alone makes people interested in the movie. And that gives movies and stuff a second life. Navy SEALs looked awesome. I got it up there. I got every VSU. They got me with the VSU line. They lost me with the cinematograph line. They got way too out there, and the packaging went wonky. But this Vinegar Syndrome, the work they do, the artwork, the time that they put in the restoration, they're top 3, and that only leaves 2 left, and I'll piss people off no matter which order those go in. Oh yeah, that's the thing. They'll tell you about film restoration stuff. They'll put videos on YouTube. Everybody keeps guessing what's number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. All right, I'm going to go number 2 first. I mean, and then you guys will figure it out. It's Shout Factory, Scream Factory. And a lot of people are going to be like giving me grief that this is this high. But this right here, this 4K is one of the 4Ks of the year too. The reason they're not number 1 is their packaging. Like I got this aftermarket from Blockbuster Box Sets. We're going to talk about him in a few minutes. Their packaging. Now, this is a nice steelbook, but their packaging is pretty basic, right? There goes everything. It's basic. I mean, you might get posters or something with it, but it's pretty basic. This is one of the 4K. This is one of the best 4Ks I've ever seen right here too. Who does number 2 work for? But here's the thing about them. People give them so much grief, but think of the amount. They'll be like, how come Screen Factory doesn't do what Second Sight does? They put out more 4Ks usually in 1 month than Second Sight's going to put out in 4 or 5 months. Like, they are putting so much out there, and their 4Ks are quality. And rarely ever do they have to put out a replacement disc. Even Vinegar Syndrome has gotten hit with the replacement disc, like with Showgirls. There was another one too, I feel like. But I do like a good chunky box. But the amount of movies, they put out probably more movies overall that I want to get. And just, I don't know, like their 4Ks don't miss, y'all. Like, when's the last time you got a 4K from Screen Factory and like, oh, that sucks? It doesn't. people mainly get pissed off that they're just not putting out what they specifically want. But that's not what they're there for. they're there to sell movies to everyone. But I think that they don't miss. Most of the time, they do not miss. And I mean, not everyone is reference quality. This is reference quality. This is reference quality. They both are. And they put out so much volume. I mean, it's shocking when they only put out 3 or 4 4Ks in a month. They put out so much. And that is a lot. And they still do a lot of their own work. They do their work mostly. So you got to give them credit for that, man. You got to. Shout and Scream coming in at number 2. And honestly, if they had better packaging, they'd be number 1. They'd be number 1. But you got to take it all in. So that leaves the one you've been guessing. It's Arrow, right? Now I got this Blockbuster box set for my, this is also one of the 4Ks of the year right here. Arrow is number 1. I should have pulled a chunky box set, but I was just grabbing stuff because that's what sets them apart. Is they do pretty much right at the same level of restoration quality as Scream Factory and Vinegar Syndrome. Now they don't do like every now and then they'll license one out more often than these two would. Like Vinegar Syndrome is not going to do that at all. They're going to do all theirs. There may be a couple instances of Shout or Scream Factory licensing some. They do some here and there that already exist. Most of the time they use one that they've already done if it's not a brand new one. But outside of that, they do more of their own. Arrow, though, like they're right there with them on 4K quality. And they're right with these two on 4K quality. And then they're right with Vinegar Syndrome on packaging. So they just have, to me, they have the best of the both worlds. Like they have the best combo is Arrow. And I mean, like this is an amazing 4K. They just have the best combination, in my opinion, is how did I know that was Trick or Treat? They have the best combo, in my opinion. Packaging, 4K restorations, and then selection is pretty good. They still don't put out as much as Scream Factory or even as much as Vinegar Syndrome, probably, but they have a nice selection, and it's always expanding, and it picks it from here and there. I like that. They're checking all the right boxes. They just enough to kick them up over these two, but I think that there's no question these are the Vinegar Syndrome and Scream Factory and Arrow are the top 3. And then I probably like Criterion above some other people because of the cinema that they do. And I love Second Sight. If Second Sight just put out as many as Arrow, they would be higher, much higher, because the price point and what they do. If they put out as many films as Arrow, they'd be past Vinegar Syndrome for me. So they would be top 3 for sure. They got to get more, though. They got to get more. Yeah, I want to pick up some more TerrorVision. I want the WNUF Halloween specials, and I want the Frogman movie. I think you weren't on here. 88 films made my top 10. It's just like this is a phenomenal one, but they're so hit or miss. Like they'll put out something that I really want and really love, and then there won't be anything for a couple of months. Umbrella we talked about earlier. They do, but they got to do more 4Ks. They got to get more foothold here. They don't do that many 4Ks. A lot of their stuff still Blu-ray releases. But they got to get more of a foothold here in the United States where we don't have to wait so long on shipping and wait on delays and pay so much for shipping and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, see, same with me. A couple 88 films. I got American Pie. I forget. I got one other one, and then I've got From Beyond coming. Yeah, see, like we talked about, Severin is at the bottom of my top 10 for me because they don't put out a ton of movies. They don't put out a ton that I'm looking for. Their packaging isn't as premium as it looks like on the website, and they're expensive. And waiting 10 and a half weeks on deliveries from a sale that you bought is not acceptable time frame. Oh, play Misty for me with Clint Eastwood. I think this is a new release of or a new restoration of Inglorious Bastards. Yeah, my Needful Things is Kino Lorber. Blue Underground is lacking in overall titles. Like I want The Dead and Buried. I love that movie. There was one other one from them, but they just don't have that many. I mean, it's Second Sight's, for them. It's their best year. They just got to put out more. They're gonna have to come out with more. Trying to catch up reading the chat. Top 10 Clint Eastwood. Well, he may make an appearance or two in my top 25 Westerns video that's going to come out right before Thanksgiving. Yeah, A24. I don't even think about them hardly because of that. Are we doing trivia for the giveaway? Yeah, we'll do that when we get there. Maybe a Christmas Vacation themed trivia. Top 10 movie theater snacks. For me, I mean, I love movie theater popcorn. That's number one. Twizzlers is number two for me. Junior Mints is number three for me. I mean, of course, like a Coke, if that counts, but that's a drink, not a snack. That's my top three though. Popcorn, Twizzlers, and Junior Mints, and then Reese's Pieces would be four. And Goobers, like the chocolate covered peanuts, would probably be five. Snow Caps are good. Yeah, I love Goobers. Chocolate covered peanuts are awesome. Yeah, MVD, but like it's not like they're doing all their own stuff and everything. I love Twizzlers. Oh, I love peanut M&Ms. I put them in the popcorn. Yeah, I've done that before. Sour Patch Kids. That's my daughter. My daughter loves Sour Patch Kids. Nachos is too big and messy for me to eat in the movie theater. Give me my popcorn and my Twizzlers. Red Vines over Twizzlers. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. And I only like strawberry Twizzlers. I don't like the cherry. Cherry tastes like cough medicine. Ooh, Snow Caps in the pop. Oh, Raisinets. No dissing. I love Raisinets. I actually keep a box of Raisinets and a box of Goobers in there and like sealed up. And every now and then, if I need something sweet, my blood sugar drops, I get a handful. You need them. Yeah, strawberry Twizzlers. It's got to be strawberry. None of that cherry. None of all that other flavor. I don't need all that mess. That's too much. I lay waste to popcorn at the theater. I chow down on popcorn. Oh yeah, In Search of Darkness, the documentary. Nice. Pizza and a Jack Daniel's Coke slushy. Nice. Rainbow Twizzler. don't know about that one. Yeah, we have a theater too, like the AMC Dine-In Theater. It's a mile from my house. They feed you get food at the seat. My son likes to do that. I don't like to do that as much. Okay, so I was going to talk about what I thought might be coming in 2025. But I do think you're going to see some of these movies. I am frankly shocked you have not seen Iron Eagle yet on a 4K. To me, that is a Vinegar Syndrome VSU waiting to happen. That one has got to come. I would love to see Iron Eagle get that. Iron Eagle get the VSU treatment. Same with Over the Top, Stallone, and Cobra. I'd like to see Vinegar Syndrome Vinegar Syndrome put out Over the Top and Iron Eagle. I'd love to see Arrow do Cobra. And I think Arrow is going to do Porky's. I think they're going to do Porky's next year. And let's see. Trying to think, which other ones did you mention? Just one of the guys. That feels like a Kino title. Iron Giant over Iron Eagle. Somebody's threatening to hurt people. What? Did I miss like some fight threats in here? Adventures in Babysitting needs a 4K and it needs to be unaltered. Disney Plus got me irate when they were altering stuff in Adventures in Babysitting. Okay, so Mandy, I have not seen Mandy. I need to see Mandy. Passenger 57 on Arrow. That feels like a Kino title. Oh, you're talking about the Hot Shots movies with Charlie Sheen, the spoofs. Interesting. So Severin was trying to sue people. Is that the Jaws, that Cruel Jaws movie? $96, almost at 100 people in here. I missed something in the chat about people getting sued or something. Crocodile Dundee needs a 4K box set from Shout Factory. I don't want them to do a box set. Their box sets end up like Bill and Ted, and that's not good. I would rather see Crocodile Dundee come from Arrow. Although they're probably not going to get that. But Crocodile Dundee needs to be done. It should have already been done. Linda Kozlowski in that first one. Brian, right? Canadian filmmaker, what's up? Or Canadian Maker Project. I can't read. New camera looks much better. Thank you. Yeah, I got this one before the last live stream, that 4K. Nobody was at that live stream, though, because everybody was watching the fight buffer on Netflix. Shriek If You Know What I Did last Friday the 13th. Best horror spoof, Transylvania. I thought you were going to say Transylvania 65000, or am I the only person that's seen that movie? I grew up watching that one a lot. You can't give me the questions to ask. Yeah, The Long Kiss Goodnight 4K would be a good 4K. I just realized I don't have a copy sitting here. Transylvania 65000 would be a good 4K. That movie is ridiculous and fun, but it has got a loaded cast. Transylvania 65000. License to Drive, well, that'll probably be a studio when it's done, yeah. Do we take turns on which channels to stream when you do the panel streams? I've never done a panel stream. Like I don't have StreamYard. I don't think Brian does either. I'm not sure about Daniel, if he has it. But I don't know that I'll be doing that anytime soon, because I just don't know that StreamYard's like $50 a month. So in order to be able to do that. 2025 feels like a big year for New Line Cinema. Yeah, I think so. We're gonna get the other Freddy movies in 2025. Got the I got word yesterday that I should my Goonies steelbook and my Lost Boys steelbook reprint should be here tomorrow. Short Circuit, I'm frankly surprised doesn't have one already. Yeah, $50 a month is a lot to do a stream here and there. If one were to get a Blu-ray Criterion, are you able to play it on a PlayStation 3 or 4? Well, yeah, because the PlayStation 4 will play, I think it plays 4Ks, won't it? Or will it not? If it plays Blu-rays, it'll play a Criterion Blu-ray for sure. Anything that plays Blu-rays will play their Blu-ray. Oh yeah, Wes Craven's New Nightmare is like number 2 for me on favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Romancing the Stone does need a 4K. I'm there. See, like when we start talking about them, the common theme is like, what are they going to do? What is there to put out? There's so much stuff to put out. Yeah, I know the PlayStation 5 does 4K. I couldn't remember if the PlayStation 4 does or not. I have it over there, but I never put a movie in it. Yeah, I heard that too about Nightmare on Elm Street. You have Transylvania 65000 on double DVD. I don't have it on physical media at all. Did I get the John Wick Titans? No, I put it on my wish list on Amazon because I really want it. I really like the John Wick movies. I'm a really big Keanu fan, but I just can't justify paying that right now for something I already have. You know what I mean, Vern? Air brakes. But yeah, that Titans cult John Wick set is pretty awesome. And they did add Dolby Vision to it. That would be a display piece. Oh, I have some other news coming. You guys saw my thumbnail. So Blockbuster box sets, who I get all these cool things from, and no, he doesn't pay me anything, but I buy all these cool things from him. So he let me know, like, you can go. He is going to release a bunch of big time ones early 2025 for a lot of these movies. So like, we're all worried about the Nightmare on Elm Street. Because the word is, like, if you saw, I think CHH had it today. There's been a lot of rumors we're going to get the rest of the Nightmare on Elm Streets on physical media 4K, but they're going to come in a crappy set the way the Rocky came in a crappy set. And but that's where you can go to, like, Blockbuster box sets, dude. So he told me he is doing a set for Rocky to get it out of that crappy box, with all new 4K slip cases with insert art, and then the boxes and all this stuff. And he's doing Terminator. He's doing Deadpool series. He is going to do all of Marvel Universe. So if they're not going to give us stuff in premium packaging, we're going to have to take it on ourselves. So that was a big thing that I do know for sure is coming in 2025. So if we get some of this stuff and it's not packaged the way we want, that's a big deal. At least for me. Like, I'm big on packaging, and like, when you, like, Rocky deserved so much better than that shit case they stacked all of. I hate when they stack movies like that. It deserved so much better, and now we're going to get better. You can get better for it. So I think that's pretty awesome. Yeah, he was in the chat last week. Blockbuster box sets himself popped in. I didn't even know he had a YouTube channel as his personal YouTube channel. Oh, wow, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, too. He's Salman. He did. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat there. 2 more streams at $20 a piece, and I can get John Wick's Titans on him. I'm a third of the way there. Oh, man, I really do appreciate that. That means a lot. I really do appreciate it. Oh, man, that is so nice. Thank you so much for that. That really does help. Like, there's that. And then if you guys notice I mentioned, because I've been putting the links down, because now I can do, like, if I add the link and you go to Amazon, whatever you buy, if you use my link when you go to Amazon, whatever I buy, it helps out the channel. And I mean, in a very, very, very small way, like 2%, I think is what it is. But yes, thank you so much. If you go and use those links, it helps. And I've been trying, I've got like, I'll be honest with you, there's like $18 in there from where people have been buying stuff for the past like 10 days that I've been able to do that. So you're not getting rich off of it. Thank you so much. It was pay week. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I'm trying to reply. It won't let me reply. Canadian Maker Project. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how all the stream thing works in here. Now I'm halfway there. But I have like $18 where people have gone in there and bought stuff using my using the Amazon affiliate links. And I'm returning Punch Drunk Love because I bought it on the Criterion sale and then they announced a 4K. So I'm going to get like $21 back with tax. And then I have $18 from where people have been buying stuff using the links in the description. Tyler, thank you, man. I feel so bad. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. But I've been like watching because I took Punch Drunk Love back. And that's like $21 that'll go back to my credit card. And I got $18 from people using the affiliate stuff, or the Amazon links or whatever. And then I have like, it's either $41 or $51 in Amazon Visa reward dollars. So I'm like adding all this stuff up in my head. And I'm like, there's that Columbia Classic set that has the Punch Drunk Love 4K in it already, but it also has Starman 4K and it has Sleepless in Seattle 4K plus Kramer and versus Kramer, something else. But those three I really, really want. And they're holding them hostage in that box. And I'm like, so I got $18 here, $21 here, and like $41 or $51 here. I'm like, I'm almost there. I like another $40. I combine all that and I get 40 more bucks and I can buy that set too. And I'll get 6. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I've heard so many people talk about that Starman. Media Madness, thank you so much. First super chat for anyone ever. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate that. I have heard that too. Yo, Adrian. I've heard that, Tyler, about the Starman 4K. I've heard that. I think Ken was talking about how good it was. I've heard a couple of other people talk about it, and I don't own that movie at all. And that's one that I really, really want. Everyone should have Wick type. Oh, man, I appreciate that. Sacco, do too much, my friend. You too, Tyler. You guys all so. This is like, I wanted to do this. I mean, obviously, making money off of it helps because I put so much time in it and I want to be able to do it more. But I wanted to start doing this because I needed to connect with people in a community that liked movies, loved movies, and shared all that as much as I did, because I was missing that, not making movies anymore since the pandemic and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, you guys, it means way more to me than, it means way more than the $10 or the $20 or the movie that you send. It means a lot to me. It really does. I really appreciate it so much. Mike, your first super chat ever too. You guys are killing me, man. Mike Webb, thank you so much, man. You guys are going to drag me across the line to be able to get some of this stuff. Media Madness, you didn't have to give anything. Even given what you gave is above and beyond. I really appreciate it. I really do. Did we just get, and Canadian Maker Pride just gifted 5 more memberships. That is awesome. And oh man, and Jeff Gerald Fishing got one of the memberships. That's awesome. You guys, I have another channel where I've talked about it before, American Vintage Adventures, where I started covering theme parks because that's where I met my wife, and my kids love to go there, and I started covering it for fun, and then I started doing it more and more to stay sharp on editing and filming and everything because it meant so much to me. And Jeff has been watching since early on in that channel 2 years ago. And that channel I've had for like 2 years. It only has like 2,000 subscribers, but he's been watching since then. And then he followed and watches over here too. So for him to get a membership gifted to him is absolutely awesome. Thank you, man. Yeah, all y'all are. I appreciate y'all watching. I really do. Like um, it it means a lot. I like. I mean, obviously, we all, you want people to watch and everything else, and you want to make, anything you can off of it because it takes a lot of time. Like I don't just, I take time to like really think about what I'm going to do and film it and edit it and everything. I don't use my phone. I use, oh my God. Wow. Jeremiah Payne, thank you so much. Says, keep rocking on, man. I really you guys are going to make me like tear up in here tonight, man. Like big old crybaby. I'm not used to that. I never think of myself like that. Like I never got used to going to horror film conventions and film conventions, being a guest at like Days of the Dead. I never got used to people like waiting to pay to get my autograph and buy my movie and stuff. I would never get used to that kind of stuff. So look, Brock McCracken, thank you so much. Jumping on the super champ bandwagon. Thank you so much, my brother. Brock, thank you. Oh my gosh. Bump, bump, bump. It's so I use, you guys want to know, I put a link to it, but I use this whenever I go to a theme park and I film in there too. Like I still put videos up on that channel, but not like I do here. But that's because I love the people that I have met and connected with over there. I've ran into them at the theme parks and stuff like that. And it documents our vacations, which is really cool. But little filmmaking secret. This is the camera I use here. This is a Jeff Gerald Fishing says, beer on me if we run into each other at the parks. You got it, brother. You better like last time I was there, a lady came up to me and she wasn't going to say anything at first. And I actually ran into two people that watch that channel. And I've ran into people that are like, I saw you, but I was afraid to say anything. God, please come talk to me if you see me. Like that, y'all are my people. So I appreciate that, man. This is Canadian. Thank you. I'll think of it as a Christmas gift. Thank you so much. This is the camera I use to film with. So this camera actually films in 4K raw footage. So like I've actually edited in footage of this with a cinema camera, and it's very hard to tell the difference. I'm going to put some of that up on my membership thing, and I would try to put it up on maybe I'll try to tell y'all, like, because I can put stuff on the other channel. If I put stuff on this channel that doesn't follow like physical media, it like kills the channel. So, but that's why some stuff gets put on members so that it doesn't hurt the channel. But so I film with this and I record with this microphone, and then I edit my videos with the same professional software that I get paid to edit movies with. So I put time and thought, and then I put a lot of time researching my stuff that I do. It is my early Christmas. Like I cannot thank you guys enough. I mean, it is just, that is And it really kind of stinks that YouTube gets any of that because you're not giving it to YouTube. But that's just the way it is. Suicide Squad, which one? The first one or you do 49ers game recaps on your channel? The first Suicide Squad? I liked it. See if I was bad. I feel like I got like emotional. I'm like thinking like all this stuff, and then I got off. I wasn't reading enough of everybody's chats. Just like I'm nervous. Like some people have been asking me to do the Westerns, the top 20, my favorite Westerns. And I'm putting a lot into doing that video, but I'm thinking a lot, people might not watch that at all. Super easy to use. Super easy. Easy to charge. Super easy to use. They even record really good audio for like non-professional purposes. If you just want to make home movies with them or whatever, they do really, really well. Even in the theme park, man. Let's see. John Wick Titans is done. It depends on how much of it I get. So they take half. They take half. They take half, or like 40%. Godfather 2 is better. Quietly Games, thank you. I should be knowledgeable after being a movie kid my whole life and then studying it and then making films and stuff for 20 years. It's like at least know what I'm talking about here. Yeah, I feel like they take too much. I feel like it's unreasonable amount. I have seen The Ward. I've seen it. If John Carpenter's made it, I've seen it. Oh, how'd you like Stepfather? I like that movie. I think Terry O'Quinn is great in that movie. Is there another method of donation? Well, yeah, there's like in the description to all of my videos in the description, I'll say like there's like a thing that says like tip jar, and you can click on that, and it's like through PayPal, I think, that you can like PayPal tip, and then that's it's like 2% or 3%. I'd never mention it because I don't like feeling like I'm asking people to give me money. Like you don't have to, Hey, Marty. He was great in the movie, Ashley. Like really good. And that opening sequence, the opening part, you're like, whoa, you're like not ready for that. Oh, you just watched Stepfather as well. Like, yeah, man, I've been trying to spread the word on that one because I had seen it before, but not for so long. And when I saw it, it was like watching it for the first time again. UHF 4K would be interesting. Oh man, you're getting rid of 100 DVDs. I'm sure you got something in there. Dulce Green, hello. Part 2 of The Stepfather. Are you talking about that? That one has Carolyn Williams in it too. She's really nice. I actually did a painting of her. I don't think I can show that on here though, because it's from a nude photo shoot she did. I still got to send it to her. Elvira has a podcast. That's interesting. So I feel because like I grew up watching her on my little 10-inch black and white TV with the knobs, like, you know, after midnight, and now she's got a podcast. It just seems like when you were around my age, like if you were born like 75 through like 80, early 80s, the you lived in different worlds. You had to adapt from one world to another. It was very different. Bite me, right? Past your bedtime. Oh my, yes. If yes, I would love to have that 13 Ghosts with a snap case. If you don't want it, heck yeah. I take heat for that all the time, but I really like that movie. I always have. I do got the old bootleg like case. I like that movie. I'm like, it has great practical effects with the ghosts and stuff, practical makeup. Mike, I appreciate that, man. I'm not sure why it gets so much hate. Yeah, you like growing up at that time, man, because it was like it was still like because the 70s kind of carried into the first few years of the 80s, and like it was, but then like later, like we were the first to adopt all the digital stuff too, and then we had to go back and like show our parents how to do it, and then we had to show our kids how to do it, and so it's like it's very weird. This very weird time, but I wouldn't trade it. I wish I could go back. Yeah, I love Joe Bob. Is still Joe Bob. When are you going to put up your Christmas movie list? So I was actually going to ask you guys about this. Would you rather me put it up the day before Thanksgiving, or the day after Thanksgiving? Because here's the problem: the day after, like Thanksgiving, is so late. Saturday is the 30th. Sunday's the 1st. I'm doing a 25 days of Christmas. So I was thinking, in order to give you time to like watch it and get the movies, that it needs to come out like the day before Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving, so that you got like, because I mean I know you won't be ready maybe to watch some people aren't ready to watch Christmas movies yet, but you need time to like see the video and then make a plan on trying to watch the videos in the challenge. Yeah, I was thinking maybe the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. That way that you got time, you can watch it over the next couple of days and get the movies together, because the 1st is Sunday. So it give you a chance to watch. The Town That Dreaded Sundown is based on a true story, so that automatically makes it a little creepier to me. The Conjuring is actually very scary to me. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like if I put it out on Wednesday, you have Wednesday and Thursday and Friday that you can watch it, get some of the movies. If you don't have them, you can get them on sale, and then you can get ready to start it up on Sunday. Right. That's what I'm thinking. So maybe Wednesday, that gives you time, gives you a couple days. I have not seen Wolf Creek, Horror Girl. Well, that's settled. I'll put that out on Wednesday then. Mickey Mouse. What about? I like me some Mickey Mouse. Although I'm a Donald guy. I'm a Donald Duck. I'm a big Donald Duck fan. Oh, I'm trying to think of when I would do my next live stream. Um, who are the best hosts of horror? Well, for me, it was Elvira and Joe Bob Briggs, and then Rhonda Shear. I have not talked about Rocky yet. But I've been watching all the Rockies lately, so be ready. Oh, the Crypt Keeper, but I like the Crypt Keeper, but he's not real. Oh, Rocky 4. Don't be like Freeform with their 25 days. Have a wide range with your 25 days. Oh, mine will have a range. They will not all be available on Freeform. Like you mean for Christmas? Am I doing what I have on from what I have on physical media for Christmas list? No, there's probably a couple that I don't have. I was shocked to find I don't have Miracle on 34th Street anymore. And I had it, so I don't know where it's at. I've moved my rooms and stuff around, moved a lot of stuff around a lot though, so who knows? Oh, well, I grew up on the stop motion stuff, claymation, we used to call it. Oh, you're talking the older Tales from the Crypt. I have not seen any of the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, any of that stuff. Those are harder. Those are harder for me because I am a big vintage Disney movie fan. Die Hard and Lethal Weapon are Christmas movies. At least to me, they are. The Conjuring scared the crap out of me. What Christmas movies make you choke up? It's a Wonderful Life every single time. Every single time. Every time. Yeah, Charlie Brown. It's a Wonderful Life, though. There's so much emotion right there at the end of that, man. Yeah, I saw that, Brian. The Conjuring 4K is a day one for me. Die Hard is a great. It is not Christmas until you see Hans Gruber fall off of Nakatomi Plaza. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life was not a hit at the time. Yippee-ki-yay. Love Actually, that's a good one. There's a moth flying around in here. It means we're going to see my cat in a few minutes. You see it, he'll sense it. Nick Cage, Family Man. Listen, It's a Wonderful Life has been done a bunch of times. I really like that movie though. But yes, it is basically It's a Wonderful Life, although maybe with a little less of a happy ending, but still suggests a happy ending. My allergies are doing okay, thank you. But it's the more I talk, the more it gets to me a little bit. And I have like hooded eyes anyway, but if you guys can tell, like my eyes are super puffy from the allergies. It's worse. But I really do like Family Man with Nicolas Cage. Which version of Christmas Carol do I prefer? Scrooged. and Mickey's. You don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Shame on you, sir. Oh no, let's not. We're not going to have this argument in here. It starts out by playing Christmas music. They're at a Christmas party. Is the movie Office Christmas Party not a Christmas movie? Because they're just at a business, they're working, they have a Christmas party. Muppets Christmas Carol is good. That's a good one. Oh, that's one of my. Y'all were asking about Risha. She loves Muppets Take Manhattan. I had to buy that for her on 4K. Lethal Weapon is also a Christmas movie. 100%. Family Man is awesome. I mean, I love Nicolas Cage anyway, so I realize I'm biased, but it is really good. I have not seen that, Joseph. I haven't seen that. Dark Angel. There was a movie called The Nativity where Madeline Stowe played Mary. You can only find it. I don't know if I know that one. I'll tell you guys one that is to me is underrated, and me and my daughter and my son, we love this one. See if I can pull it right here. Daddy's Home 2. Any fans of this one? Like me and my kids, we just love this one. We watch this one a lot. I love Mel. Like this. There's a scene in here where the little girl is messing with the thermostat, and all four fathers are having a conniption fit that somebody's messing with the thermostat, and I laugh so hard I can't breathe, man. Because it's like my dad getting on to me back in the day for touching the thermostat. Violent Night is a Christmas movie. Violent Night is Die Hard if Santa Claus were in just changed out John McClane and Santa Claus, and I freaking love Violent Night. Yeah, Mel Gibson adds so much to the second one, and he's like the old school, like tough, no wimpiness dad. I love it, man. Oh, I'm a huge I love Mel Gibson. Like one video I'm going to do that's coming up soon. I don't know if it'll be before Thanksgiving or right after. I'm going to do my top 10 favorite actors. Yeah, Gibson is GOAT. He is. American Pie is Brian's favorite Christmas movie, 4th of July movie, Halloween movie, Valentine's Day movie. I haven't seen City of Angels. Oh yeah, Mel Gibson will tear you up when he's crying. Yeah, I'm gonna do actors and actresses. I'm gonna make it 2 separate videos. And I'm gonna try to, when I talk about them, I'm gonna try to hold up like and talk about my favorite movie with them in it. Yeah, Batman Returns has some Christmas background vibes. Oh, I like Nick Cage, but I'll spoiler. He's in the top 10. He's not the top. Did Air America come out on Air America as a 4K? Oh crap. I'm gonna have to get that. That's him and Robert. Yeah, that's him and Robert Downey Jr. Favorite Mel Gibson movie? Whoa. I mean, Lethal Weapon is so good. But Braveheart is so good. Oh my god, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Signs is so good. I'm like drawing a blank on him on all of his movies now because I'm trying to think through them all at once. What Women Want is I love that movie. It's fun. Mad Max, Road Warrior, yeah. There is a good movie where Mel Gibson does called Fat Man, I think is the name of it, where he plays Santa Claus. Yep. Forever Young is good. I haven't seen that one in a minute. I need to watch that one again. The Patriots got to be close up there to the top. Oh, City of Angels with Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan. Yes, I have seen that where he falls. I was just telling my son about that one because he liked the song we were listening to on the radio. The I'd give up forever to touch you, because I know that's from that movie. So yeah, I have seen that. Yeah. Oh, Payback is good. Man, Patriot is up there. Yeah, Goo Goo Dolls. My son, we were listening to on the Sirius radio in the car, and that song came on, and like he jams out to a lot of and he really liked the song, and I was talking to him about that movie, told him the whole synopsis of the movie. What is the movie where I say the line "I know"? Let's see if I got it right here. I don't have one. I don't have it right here. It's Bring Me a Dream. I thought I had it right here. It's the one that I did with it. That I am doing a scene right there with Martin Cove and his son Jesse Cove. So Sensei Crease right there. I'm actually got a gun on them, and I'm holding them up, and I shoot him in the movie. But it's called Bring Me a Dream. That one's on some streaming out there. Oh, favorite Muppet. Cookie Monster. Oh, that's Sesame Street. The same thing. I wanted to say Snuffleupagus. Oscar the Grouch. Oscar the Animal is listen. Oscar the Grouch. I probably get called Oscar the Grouch too much. Yeah, same thing. I'm like, wait a minute, wait, same thing. Elmo was your favorite. Man, I had the little golden book that my grandmother used to read me, where Cookie Monster gets into a grocery store and he's like, after it closes, and he's eating all the cookies on the cookie aisle, and it's like describing all the cookies. And man, it made me want cookies every time she read that book to me. And I just want to see the pictures where he was eating the cookies. Cookie, cookie, cookie. Big Bird's all right. I like Snuffleupagus too, but I mean, you got Cookie Monster. He's one. Coming in next, you got Oscar the Grouch for me. I like the Count and Kermit the Frog here. The two old guys that sit in the balcony, yeah, they're awesome. They're in the Muppet Vision 3D thing still at Hollywood Studios at Disney World, and those two old guys crack me the hell up. I can never remember their names. Yes, Statler and was it Statler and Waldorf? Waldorf. Statler and Waldorf. Oh God, Beaker. I can't. Beaker. Maldor. What? Kermit riding a bike. Cookie. Rizzo. I like to eat it. Pizza Rizzo at Hollywood Studios. I actually covered that in a video once because I love pizza. Is my favorite food. I do like the chef. The chef is funny. Oh, I didn't ever know that. It's they're two famous. They're named after the hotels. I didn't realize that. I don't guess. The Waldorf. Yeah. Bert and Ernie. You mean Chandler and Joey? I did just hear that, Jeff. I heard that today that they're going to replace all of the Muppets area over there with Monsters Inc. It's like, why has everything got to be the same? Because they already have the Monsters Inc. like the Laugh-In at Magic Kingdom and stuff. Like, I never had pineapple on a pizza until about a year and a half ago. I refused to try it, but we have a place here called Mellow Mushroom, and I got a one they call Pacific Rim, which has pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapenos on it, and it was good. I don't have Reservoir Dogs. If it's a 4K and it's only $11, that's probably worth that for sure. If it's only, I need to get it if it's only $11 because I think it's the only Tarantino movie I don't have besides the Kill Bill movies, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Favorite 4K disc of all time is The Thing. The Thing, most likely, and Shining is up there, and much to Brian's chagrin, Jaws is up there. I'm trying to think of what else. Well, Halloween 3 is really good too. Killer Clowns. The Matinee. Like, I mean, as far as like great movies, they also look great on 4K. And I just watched Rocky a couple of nights ago on 4K, and I was like, holy crap. Because that's my favorite movie of all time. And it looked really good. Return of the Living Dead, I've talked about a bunch. It looks so good. It looks so good. I don't get it all the time. I got to be in the mood for the pineapple on the pizza, but I do like it. I was shocked. I let myself try it that one time, and I do like it. But only with that, I have to have jalapeno with it for some reason. It's got to be like spicy and sweet in there. A lot of times with Mellow Mushroom, I get the Great White Pizza, and which is the white based pizza with like feta and like Roma tomatoes and different stuff on it, and I'll add pepperoni and jalapenos to that. They also have a good buffalo chicken pizza. The Reservoir Dogs 4K looks great. So for $11, that's really hard to beat. I know that my man Blockbuster Box Sets, he is doing in January, you'll be able to get a slip, like an individual slip for Reservoir Dogs for like $10 because he's putting some of them on discount. So you could get it for $11.50 on Amazon, then get you that, and you've got a nice premium looking Reservoir Dog set for $20. Yes, Stallone still has those two turtles from. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Lucky Charms marshmallows on cheese pizza. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you caught that detail, like in the smoke and stuff, and in the man, that is hard. I like this movie right here. That I'm gonna give away a movie, creature feature. The monsters come as a result of the fog. The fog brings this in, and wherever the fog is, the monsters can come out of it. So this movie has tons of fog, and I'm gonna tell you, trying to film through that at night and retain detail and all that kind of stuff is hard, y'all. It is hard. So that in Return of the Living Dead, it's tough. Oh yeah, I remember the big hit. It's got Lou Diamond Phillips in it with Mark Wahlberg. Oh, thank you. This movie right here, man. We had it. When I say we had a low budget, we had a low budget. Okay. Everybody worked for what, except for the actresses that had to do nudity, everybody worked for what's called deferred pay, which means we only get paid if the movie makes money. All right. So, and I, so everybody's doing it as a labor of love. So all the money goes to, like, I was like, we're doing a movie called Creature Feature. The monsters have to be good. So almost, I would say 80% of our budget was spent on monster makeup. And there's a werewolf in this movie, and anybody you could tell you that trying to do a practical werewolf transformation, I mean, there's a reason that American Werewolf in London is so celebrated. That if you're trying to do a practical werewolf transformation, is super hard. Now, this all takes place. It's supposed to be like Creature Feature is a comic book, right? So I had to think of a way to make an on-screen werewolf transformation that we could afford and do. So at each stage, the makeup would go on, and then we would film to a certain point, and it would posterize and go into a comic book. And then we'd make the camera move over the comic book. And then through different panels, we would show him changing. And then we would go back in to live action and show him at the next stage of his progression and film for a few more seconds and then go back out and all the way till he was transformed. So we had to do his makeup in stages. Then we had to take the pictures that would fit it and then go back in. So it took hours and hours and hours to film that one werewolf change. But it was the only way I could do it with the resources that I had. Oh, I bet that does look cool in a red case. I bet it does. Oh, and you like Dark Roads as well. Dark Roads is probably my favorite movie that I've done. Partly too because of all the music we had to write. Like I wrote a lot of that music, and my uncle wrote a lot of it, and my friend Chance, who makes movies with me, he wrote a song, did music in there too. So like coming up with all your own music Like, I can't sing, but I wrote songs. And then my uncle can sing. I scored a couple of my shopping things at Criterion hunts with some of the songs from Dark Roads, with my uncle singing like "The Road You're Going Down." Yeah, John Carpenter. I love John Carpenter. If I could be compared to him, I'll take it. But yeah, I Dark Roads, I'm probably the most proud of that one, and I'm probably going to do a director's cut of that and restore it all the way up to 4K and put it out myself on a 4K release. Me at the end scene. Oh yeah. I don't want to give it away to anybody who hasn't seen it, but so like the opening sequences of the movie at the performances at the concert and all the stuff at the end all had to be filmed the same day because we only had the money to rent out that bar in Atlanta, which is actually a legendary bar where like a bunch of big names had performed. It's called Smith's Old Bar. So like there's been a bunch of legendary bands and performers play there, and it's been there forever. So it fit aesthetically to both things, to both time periods. And man, it was I wrote the song that I'm singing there, and you can see that in the trailer, so that's not a giveaway. But I wrote the song that I'm singing there. I didn't sing it though, and so I had never heard the arrangement for it until I had to film myself lip syncing it that day, and I only had time to do 2 takes, and that was it. We were out of time. Man, that was super stressful. And to like have all the emotion of what had happened in the movie riding on that end scene. So I had to save it by doing the cut inserts a little bit the way I did. So everything's just about problem solving. Well, with in this case, the restoration is easy because it's digital. So it's not easy, but it's not like having to restore film. Out of tune and out of time. Fortunately, it was not my voice, so I didn't have to worry about it. Yeah, it's if I had to do it by a camera negative, no. But like Dark Roads was shot in 2.7 because it was filmed in early 2015. It was shot in 2.7K, which was a big deal at the time because it was over 1080p. But aesthetically, we tried to make it look like it was the 70s. And so now I would like to go back and upgrade that, recolor it, and use new like 10 years worth of advancements in software to improve some things. It wouldn't be like I have other footage in there, like initially Woke Niner, if you see the extra features, there's like a 20-minute long but VH1 behind the music like interview with all of us. It was originally supposed to be interspliced into the movie. So it was going to be a whole differently paced film. But that is a fun thing to watch. It might be on my members thing too, if any of you guys are members and you want to watch it, because my directions as a director for that was none of us could know the questions that were coming, and we all had to answer the questions in character, like the way our character would answer the questions. That made for a very fun thing. Oh, that you'll get a kick out of that if you watch, especially if you saw the movie first. And then keep in mind, when you watch it, none of us knew the questions that were coming. and we all are having to answer in character. So when it's cut together, you'll laugh. You'll really laugh. Until 4K was widely, what was my favorite Blu-ray release? Well, I'm so partial to the Indiana Jones movie. Seeing those clearly, the first, like with HD, the first time was awesome. But one of the best was Hateful Eight that I got on Blu-ray. Did the roids come up? Yes. Which werewolf is my favorite? As for the looks of it, love the Hugh Jackman wolf in Van Helsing. I love Van Helsing. I am a huge fan of that movie. I love that movie. Werewolf wise, some of the scariest I've seen are in Dog Soldiers. So I liked that. But I feel like the most realistic, like if it really happened, would be Jack Nicholson in Wolf. Like if you were really a werewolf. But the best I've ever seen now, I think, is Beniccio's Wolfman. That's the best combination. That man, because they use real practical effects. They use CGI for the changing, but they got Rick Baker and all them to do all that werewolf makeup. That's probably my favorite now. Yeah, I mean, like when Blu-ray hit, it was like, oh my god, I got to get Indiana Jones. That's one of my favorite movies ever, and I could not wait to get it. And then Hateful Eight, I saw it and I knew it was shot in 70 millimeter. I knew it was going to look good. And whenever it comes out on 4K, because 70 millimeter has a theoretical resolution of 18K, 18,000K. So that's insane. You know what? The Wolfman from the Monster Squad, I've talked about this a lot on the channel. He is super underrated for that. The makeup effects in that werewolf, super underrated. You said you'd love to see my films to drop links. So here's the thing, if you don't know on my films, so there's a few of them that are still on streaming. I don't know where and which ones, because I'm waiting on all the rights to come back to me. I know that like the drama I did, Buried Cane, which I'm also very, very proud of. His hair was perfect. Buried Cane is on Tubi. I think Creature Feature is on Tubi or Freevee, one of those. Zumo. Bring Me a Dream is on Amazon Prime, and several others. Realm of Souls, which is one I don't talk about as much. It's a found footage, and I'm a lead in that out of necessity. That one's on a couple of streamings. But as far as physical copies, you can buy physical copies, studio copies of Bring Me a Dream on Amazon and straight from Indican Pictures or Magnolia Pictures. But everything else is just the special edition stuff that I got left that were special pressed. And then when I get them all back, I'm gonna try to do a crowdfund. I want to, like I said, with Dark Roads, I want to put it out there, a 4K release. I would like to do the same for all of them. I got tons of footage. I could recut this too. But if I'm recutting, then I'm going to be making a little less videos on here, which is the downside. Teen Wolf 4K. Teen Wolf needs a 4K really bad. It just has like that Shout Scream Factory Blu-ray, right? And I love Michael J. Fox in that. That is shocking that doesn't have a 4K. You talking about Return of the Living Dead steelbook? That out of print? I gave one of those away recently in a live stream when I got to 5,000. Okay, we can do the movie trivia to give away the movie. Let me pull up a trivia here. Okay, so the way this works is when we do the trivia, since it's getting late, we'll do the trivia. It has to match. It's the first one that I see pop up on here. Oh, you're talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark steelbook. Yeah, Brian actually found one used for me in Texas and sent it. I couldn't find one either. Not that it wasn't expensive as heck. So let's see. We're going to do Christmas movie trivia. I'll go over the rules as soon as I pull this up. Hold on, I'm looking up for a good question. Okay. All right. This is a Christmas vacation question. All right. And what the way this works is you have to type what is on here. You have to match this. And it's just, everybody's just putting out there. And it's just the first person that I see pop up here. I can take a picture and show you if I want. I know, like, so make sure all your stuff is live. Make sure you're not like running a second behind that you went out and came back in or whatever. Make sure all your stuff is live. All right, are we ready? I'm going to give everybody like 30 seconds to say ready, 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 ready. I'm going to give you a couple more seconds. Make sure everybody's caught up and ready. All right. In Christmas Vacation, Clark wears a navy blue baseball cap that represents which NFL team? Clark wears a navy blue baseball cap that represents which team? Okay. Mike Webb is the first one in with the correct answer. It is the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears. Mike, do you already have this, though? Do you already have this? Mike's already got it. I'll get something else to Mike. We'll pick the next winner. You know what? I'll do another question. We'll do another question. Mike, I'll send you. I got something else I can send you. Okay, here's a good one. Which magazine is Clark trying to read with sticky fingers in bed? What is the magazine that keeps sticking to his fingers as he's reading it in bed? Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, this is a good one. Nope. Everybody's picturing the scene in their head, I can tell. Anthony Tony Myers guesses People Magazine. He is right. People Magazine. Anthony Tony Myers, People Magazine. That is the correct answer. Oh, you're never going to see that. People Magazine. People Magazine. So, Tony, that scene is hilarious. He keeps on. That was a good question. Tony, email me at avawithchase@gmail.com. avawithchase@gmail.com. And we'll set you up for me to send you a movie. I usually put some extra swag in there. And Mike, I got something else that I'll send you. All right. Sorry, I don't have anything like besides my own movie to give away tonight. I don't have a stack. Wow, 5 more Pop Culture memberships. Thank you, Canadian Maker Project. Thank you. Oh, it won't let me like that. Oh, thanks. Yeah, my wife's really into getting us all the swag. I love it. Man, more members. I love it. You guys can go back there and then you check out all my videos back there. Like I just posted a extra Chase in the Wild shopping video back there. I still got to do my I'm going to open that Goonies Cinemuseum set video, but now that my son's football season's over, I'm going to be able to do some more anatomy of a scene stuff, like where I put raw clips. I've got one in there from Creature Feature where I show you all the raw footage. We filmed different takes in the scene, and then I show you the final scene cut together. YouTube crashed for some of you. Oh, yeah, there you go, Jeff, with the coffee in the morning. I come in here with my coffee in the morning and I answer people's messages back, and then I'll usually put on another physical media YouTuber, either Daniel or Brian or Ken or somebody. Or sometimes if I'm in the mood for Disney, I'll put on like a Disney YouTuber like Paging Mr. Morrow. He always puts me in a good mood. And I'm getting ready to go out of town. So did YouTube crash? Is it crashing? Sometimes I think all that Santa crap is just bull. We didn't do nothing wrong and we still got the shaft. Yeah, I love that. Your brother nervous too? He's shitting bricks. You shouldn't use that word. I'm sorry. Shitting rocks. My favorite that I use all the time is, we're going to press on and have the happiest Christmas. It's Bing Crosby tap dance with Danny fucking Kaye. And when Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's going to find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house. But I feel like that's a good place to peace out right there, too. Mike is getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. We ran 2 hours and 40 minutes, y'all, and there's still 70 of you in here, and I appreciate it so much. I would enroll you all in the Jelly of the Month Club if I could. I really would. And I appreciate, in all sincerity, the super chats, the memberships. I really appreciate that. I don't want to get like, oh, I really appreciate that. And 10 members, 10 new members, right? 10, is it 10 or 15? 10 at least. That I know that Katie, Canadian Maker Project, did himself gifted. So lots of new members, lots of stuff checking in. I love it. If you guys want to see some Christmas stuff, I'll probably put a little Christmas stuff on my members thing back here, but I'm going to have some stuff on that channel too for Christmas wise, but I'll show you guys around my house for like member stuff for the Christmas thing. But good night, everybody. Love you all. Thank you so much. And until next time, this is Chase with AV Pop Culture. Be kind, rewind, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. Can't find out how to end it.